everyone, Tam's here. I've got for you today my first ever holiday and birthday book haul. As I mentioned in my 2016 plans video, I did want to talk a little bit more about books and reading in 2016. So I'm kicking it off with a book haul. Now, I rarely buy new books, so this is a treat for me. I typically shop at secondhand bookstores, used bookstores, and Goodwill. It is very rare that I will pay over $3 for a book. But a couple times a year, usually on a vacation or for the holidays when I'm giving gifts, I will splurge and visit some independent bookstores and buy some nice new crisp books. So let's get started with what I received this year. Let's start with my first gift, which was sent to me by a pen pal. This is Mary Barton by Elizabeth Gaskell. Now this is from a pen pal that knows I enjoy collecting vintage Penguin paperbacks. So she's often on the lookout for me when she's out antiquing, and I was so thrilled that she sent me this book. I have never read Mary Barton, so I am actually going to put this on my TBR for 2016 because it looks very interesting. I have a personal goal to read and collect all the Pulitzer Prize winners in fiction. It's a large goal, but I try to chip away at it a little each year. And so, as a gift, my parents gave me the most recent winner, which is All the Light We Cannot See. So I have not read this, and I'm looking forward to reading this in 2016. And then I also purchased The Orphan Master's Son by Adam Johnson. So I have not read this either. This one a couple of years ago. I don't really hear a whole lot about it on the YouTube discussions, but it's on the list. It won, so I'm going to give it a shot. An author that I am very intrigued with this past year is Marilynne Robinson. Now, she wrote the Pulitzer for Gilead a couple of years ago, and you would think that I would probably start with that, but no. I am starting with a collection of essays. When I was a child, I read books. And I'm very intrigued by Marilynne Robinson. I really started paying attention to her, honestly, when President Obama did an interview of her, and he came across as almost like a little fanboy. So I started watching a few more interviews with her, and she seems very interesting to me. So I'm looking forward to learning more about her in 2016. I love following an Instagram account of a bookstore called Community Bookstore in Brooklyn, New York. And they have great photographs. It looks like a really cool place to hang out. And every week they post a stack of books that are their best sellers. And this particular book has been on that list, it seems like, almost every week. It's called My Brilliant Friend by Elena Ferrante. This is part of a series of novels called the Neapolitan novels that were written by an Italian author who uses the pen name Elena Ferrante. No one really knows who this author is. And the following for these books is just really interesting to me. There's even a hashtag on Twitter called Ferrante Fever. So I'm really curious about this, and I'm going to try out the first one and see what it's all about. Another author that I have really become interested in over the past year is Margaret Atwood, which is a surprise to me because the only book I knew or associated her with was The Handmaid's Tale. And I've read it, and it's okay, but it really didn't blow me away. I wasn't all that crazy about it like some people are. But in 2015, I started following Margaret Atwood on Twitter. She has a really good Twitter account. And I started watching interviews of her on YouTube. And I really found that I liked her as a person. She's very interesting, super smart. So I started to explore more of her works. And the series of books that has gotten the most positive reviews lately are the Margaret Atwood Mad Adam series of books. There's 3 of these. It starts with Oryx and Crake, and then The Year of the Flood, and the final one is Mad Adam. And I'm looking forward to checking these out. I understand that HBO is going to be filming a series based on these books, but I'm looking forward to learning more and Reading More by Margaret Atwood in 2016. And last but not least, I received a really cute nonfiction lifestyle book from my mother. And I know there's a glare, so it's hard to see, but let's see if we can get it up there. There we go. This is the third kind of lifestyle book by Jennifer L. Scott in the Madame Chic series of books, and she basically just shares what she learned when she lived in Paris. What I like about her, I first found Jennifer L. Scott when I was researching the concept of a capsule wardrobe and living with less and making your clothes last longer. And she has some wonderful insight on that. I really like her YouTube channel. I'll link it below if this is your kind of thing. But she has great taste. She has great ideas for building and maintaining a capsule wardrobe and great tips for taking care of your clothes. Things I would have never thought of, things I've never heard of. So I really like her. And I also like, there's a call, she has a call for us to seek out and support our local arts, which I have always been supportive of. And a lot of her videos and photos and things like that really inspire me. So I'm doing a lot more of that in 2016 as well. It's one of my personal resolutions. So that's it. I'll be back to haunting the used bookstores and Goodwill for the remainder of the year. But if you are interested in some of the used books that I buy throughout the year, please let me know. I'll be happy to do another haul. But a haul video was a great way for me to kick off my reading discussions. I will be participating in another reading challenge in 2016. I am on Goodreads. If you're on Goodreads, let me know. If you are on Goodreads, you know that Goodreads has a reading challenge, and I have set my reading goal to 50 books. And that's pretty much about it. I'm not putting a lot of rigid goals on myself this year. I do want to try to read more Pulitzer Prize winning novels. I'm behind on that, and I do want to catch up. It's just a personal goal of mine. So anyway, happy reading, and thank you.